Rise, Meg.
The Force will be with you.
Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we're going to be focusing on Luke Skywalker and a big new rumour. We'll also be talking about Ahsoka, Daisy Ridley and more. As always my dear Mandalorians, before I dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button and give the bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post new content to the channel. So without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. We begin with a massive rumour that Luke Skywalker might be getting his own series, which will eventually tie into The Mandalorian. Before I read to you this article, I will state that this has massive implications for the future of The Mandalorian. But let's start out by looking at what this article actually says. Ever since Luke Skywalker, by way of CGI, made an epic cameo in The Mandalorian Season 2, rumours have swirled that a Skywalker series is in development for Disney+. Now though, a new report about the possible show indicates that it will take place following Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi in the Star Wars timeline of the Skywalker saga. This is not exactly shocking information. The Mandalorian takes place about 5 years after Episode 6, so it serves to reason that Disney and Lucasfilm executives would want to continue capitalizing off the popularity of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni's series. Furthermore, since Skywalker is now Grogu's Jedi Master, there is a good chance that the tiny green foundling won't appear in The Mandalorian Season 3 alongside Din, at least for the first half of Season 3 of Mando. So then they ask the question, how could Luke Skywalker's series connect to The Mandalorian? Since we know The Mandalorian, Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic are set to function as a Star Wars trilogy, it would make sense to have the Luke Skywalker series play into the Mandalorian universe as well. It could even serve as a continuation of the Mandalorian saga without being part of the official trilogy, kind of like the Book of Boba Fett. Setting a Luke Skywalker series close to the Mandalorian timeline-wise opens up the opportunity to make Mara Jade, Luke's wife in Star Wars Legends, canon. And this would help with Skywalker's new Jedi Temple following the Order 66 destruction on Coruscant. At this stage we must bear in mind that the series is not confirmed, and casting is also a mystery, though it seems unlikely that Disney and Lucasfilm would opt to continue with the CGI version. They could hire Sebastian Stan or a new actor, or even upgrade the CGI they use for Mark Hamill. So that's the article, and now I want to give you my own take. I believe that it's very possible that this series is going to be created, and they're going to make it in order to fill in the gaps of Luke Skywalker's story between episodes 6 and 7. Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. My view is that when The Mandalorian Season 2 ended, they realised they'd have to show the continuation of Grogu and Luke somehow in The Mandalorian Season 3, without having it intercede with the focal character Din Djarin and what the show The Mandalorian is all about. As such, they're going to make the Luke Skywalker series, which is going to show Luke's journey after Episode 6 and the Battle of Endor, and his adventures up until he got to Moff Gideon's light cruiser in order to save Grogu. The series will then overlap with The Mandalorian in a future season, and somehow Grogu and Luke will be separated, which brings Grogu back into the focal light in The Mandalorian or even in the Ahsoka series. That way The Mandalorian Season 2 can be more focused and linear, where it can focus primarily on the Darksaber arc with Din Djarin and Bo-Katan as they perhaps reclaim Mandalore or whatever will happen, and Grogu's story will be put on hold in the meantime. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think there's going to be a Luke series, and what do you think it should be about? Would you like to see Grogu and Luke again in The Mandalorian, or do you think that story arc has been bookshelved for the time being? Let me know your thoughts, and let's move on to our next article. This one is a bit more comical, and we're talking about Daisy Ridley, who says that The Mandalorian's Baby Yoda is quote-unquote cheating with his force healing abilities. Speaking recently, Daisy Ridley joked that Grogu is almost cheating by using his cuteness to make those abilities seem more impressive than those of her own character, Rey. This is what she said. Here's the thing, Baby Yoda is immensely powerful, but also is almost cheating because he's so sweet that whatever he does, you find it cute. She went on to say, whereas I'm human, so I don't have that. So I feel like Grogu has an easier time being a Force healer because it's Baby Yoda being a Force healer. Here's the thing, cuteness is very subjective, but yeah, you can't deny that Grogu is absolutely adorable, and from a certain point of view, a lot cuter in terms of his Force healing abilities than Rey. I'm not trying to throw shade on Daisy Ridley's character, but let's be honest, we all love Grogu, at least here on this channel in this space. Unless of course you disagree, so let me know that in the comments below. So let's move on to our final topic. We're going to be discussing Star Wars The Bad Batch, which comes out on May the 4th. This is an article from Screen Rant, which is 5 confirmed ways that The Bad Batch connects to the wider Star Wars universe, and 5 ways which it potentially could. The first one is a potential connection, the criminal underworld. The criminal underworld has been thoroughly explored throughout all of the brand's expanded universe. Indeed, there have been plenty of comics on the matter alongside novels, and even a cancelled video game, the one which was titled 1313 or 1313. But Solo, a Star Wars story, provided perhaps the greatest advancement on this underworld. With the Bad Batch operating as hired killers, it's very plausible that they partner with well-known bounty hunters and likely work for significant crime lords, from the Hutts to even Solo's Kira and Dryden Voss. There's definitely room for all of these characters and their respective syndicates to become involved in the story. Next up, we have a confirmed connection, Fennec Shand, the bounty hunter who we've seen in both The Mandalorian and in The Bad Batch, and currently allied to Boba Fett, has been confirmed for the Clone Wars spin-off and can even be seen in the trailer. While this version of the character will be early into her career, she looks no less experienced with a blaster and could serve as a valuable ally to these mutated clones. So next up, as we alternate between these, another potential connection. This one is Darth Maul. At this stage in the timeline, he would have come back to life, so it's no surprise if we do see him in the series. The next confirmed connection is the Empire. To those naysayers who are perhaps not as excited for the Bad Batch, what I will say is that the most riveting part of this series is we'll finally get to see the rise of the Empire. It will certainly fill in the dots between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope and show different parts of the galaxy in the aftermath of Order 66 in the amazing animated style that we saw in the Clone Wars Season 7. Another potential connection that we could see is of course pirates. We all love Hondo Ohnaka, and there's certainly a place for him to appear in the Bad Batch. Another confirmed connection is the Dark Troopers, which we saw in The Mandalorian Season 2, bringing them into official canon for the first time after they were left discarded alongside other Legends content from previously the Star Wars expanded universe. These have been confirmed to appear for the Bad Batch, and I'm super excited to see the capabilities in animated form. What I will say to you, my friends, is that the Bad Batch is going to be an absolutely epic series, and I can't wait to see it. When all of the shows were announced on Disney Investor Day by Kathleen Kennedy, I was definitely more excited for some shows than others, notably of course the Mandoverse and the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but don't rule out the Bad Batch and don't rule out shows like Andor, because they do tie into the wider Star Wars universe in more ways than you might think, and we are in for some really exciting cameos that no one expected. As I've been saying a lot on my channel lately, Star Wars is alive and well. Have faith in the process. This is an absolutely epic time to be a Star Wars fan. So that is all of the news I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also, if you're feeling generous, please be sure to head over to my Patreon page, where for just $2 or $10 a month you can help to support this channel and get exclusive access to content that's not found here on YouTube. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you all a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.